Which brand is positioning itself as the world's answer to healthier indulgence? In this video, that's one of the things I talk about. Welcome back to this week's Warna Weekly, this time episode 4. We're pretty much halfway through the series, where each week I bring you one brand or product, one phone habit, so social media or an app we're downloading, and one person or influencer doing well in their respective niche or industry. My aim is to help you discover new brands, behaviours and people that you might not come across in everyday scrolling, and also to help you think about how attention is shifting in the digital age, both online and off. Anyway, let's get on to the video. For section 1 this week, I'm talking about a brand called Halo Top. Halo Top is a low-calorie, low-sugar, high-protein ice cream that was launched in the US in 2011. And each tub is between 280 to 360 calories, which is pretty much its unique selling proposition, which is why it kind of sticks it on the front of its labels. And in 2017, in the US, it was the top-selling new food brand with sales of over $342 million. And the reason I'm talking about it now is because it just had a sampling event a couple of weeks ago in Tower Bridge. But when it comes to low-calorie ice cream, there's Oppo, there's Breyers, even Ben & Jerry's has entered the battle. So why am I talking about Halo Top? Well, first, the packaging. So with the exception of Ben & Jerry's, which is obviously great, if you look at the competitors, they're all a little bit boring. And if you're going to be removing the fat content, the sugar, the fun from the product, then you're going to have to add some fun in a different way. And that's exactly what Halo Top does. It sounds silly, but it is something you would want to put on Instagram. What also helped them to grow back then was that they sent tubs to big fitness influencers, because obviously they want to position this as a healthier snack alternative. But that was also way back when every brand under the sun wasn't sending products to every influencer under the sun. So whether that would have been effective now, I don't know. It hadn't hit the UK when I found out about it, so I think it was just purely through social media. Each market has its own page. Obviously the US page is the biggest with something like 700,000 followers, but the UK page does have 45,000, and considering it's only in 3 places here, that seems pretty good. I love the tone of voice, it's light-hearted, it's quirky, they tease you with new flavours, they understand the British humour, we all love a pun. It just seems perfect for a new ice cream brand, because we've seen how well that sort of tone of voice does with brands like Ben & Jerry's. I do think Halo Top needs to be a little bit careful about what it's putting on its tubs, and this is what's on the top of the pot. No bowl, no regrets. I'm not sure Halo Top needs to be encouraging us to eat an entire pint. There are so many good points about the product that it doesn't need to be getting into the kind of danger zone. All in all, a pretty good substitute. For section 2 this week, I'm talking about a social media platform called Musical.ly, which is now called TikTok, after the Chinese company ByteDance merged the 2 platforms together to create one global brand. And to add to the confusion, TikTok also exists in China under the name of Douyin, and it's going to stay like that for the foreseeable future. To keep it simple, it's a lip sync app, think karaoke, where users make short videos of themselves mouthing along to their favourite songs. They then add effects like filters, zooms, different speeds and transitions to make it into a short music video that they then go and share with their friends and followers. It's mainly used by 13 to 24-year-old girls, mainly teenagers. But why should you care about TikTok? Well, first, it's a mega platform. It was the most downloaded non-game app in the first quarter of this year, beating Facebook, Instagram and YouTube with 45.8 million downloads. And secondly, it's important because it shows the way power is being shifted towards user-generated content. The app is trying to show what can happen when you're blending stories, memes, viral videos, personal branding and entertainment all together. Alex Zhu, the creator of Musical.ly, actually said that both platforms were designed to allow everyone to become a creator. There also seems to be more of a focus on using music as a way to enhance shared and convivial moments with your friends, because as we saw on Instagram stories, when people started to screenshot what they were listening to on Spotify, Instagram then adopted this as a fully fledged feature. It's also worth noting that this is timely because Facebook is now testing out its new feature called Lip Sync Live. But obviously it hasn't hit the UK market yet, so I don't know much about that, but I will keep you posted. For the final section of this week's Warna Weekly, I'm talking about a person called Ariel Martin, better known by the name Baby Ariel. She's a 17-year-old who found fame as a 15-year-old on Musical.ly, the platform I just tried to explain, probably not very well, which is now known as Tik Tok. Just think karaoke on social media. The platform was pretty new back then, there weren't a lot of big stars, and so her videos kept being featured by Musical.ly, which is how she managed to build her following pretty quickly. But what's worth knowing, other than the fact that she knows how to make a good video? First, she's a good role model for kids. She's got a lot of passion for helping people her age to specifically deal with things like online trolling, bullying, and some of the problems she experienced when she was growing as a star on Musical.ly. She's very social media savvy. So while she grew her fame on Musical.ly, she's now transitioned to pretty much every other social media platform out there, and she tailors her content to each of those platforms. For example, on Twitter, she prefers to speak her mind, talk about things she cares about, whereas on YouTube, she likes to involve her family, she does makeup tutorials. Ariel also uses her knowledge on how to use social media to help other kids grow their own online presence. So for example, last summer in August, Ariel hosted a summer camp to help teach kids how to master social media. And if you go onto her YouTube, you might see that she's released 3 of her own original singles, which once again shows that even if you're successful on one platform, that doesn't mean you can't transfer it to another if you respect that platform. So that brings me to the end of this week's Warna Weekly. I hope this video provided you with some value. I hope you discovered new brands, behaviours and people that you can take away and then go and explore for yourself. Please do tune in every Tuesday for updates like this, and please do share if you know anyone else who might be interested. You can follow me on LinkedIn, you can subscribe on YouTube, and feel free to ask me any questions below. Thank you so much for watching, thanks for all your kind support, and I'll see you next week.